Alright, let's try and get this done. So, it's a pretty basic list. Blue Eyes Primite, 3 Blue Eyes, 3 Maiden, 3 Sage, 3 Wishes, 3 Imperm, 3 Beryl, 3 Ash, 3 Load, 1 True Light, 1 Mausoleum, 1 Rumble, 2 Dripping, 2 War, 2 Valor, and 2 Kaiser. Then 1 Magnum, 1 Blue Eyes Jet Dragon, 2 Kyberman, 1 Masters, 1 Chaos Max, 1 Ultimate Fusion, and 1 Primite Fusion. The extra deck is pretty standard besides the Primite Fusion monster. I also play Zero Eyes. He's really good at, making stuff untargetable and undestroyable. So if you can go Magia before you go him, you got an untargetable, undestructible Magia. Deck has a bunch of nice little 1-2 combos like Sage then Kyberman, or Beryl then Kyberman, or Beryl then Sage, even Lightstorm Dragon, then summoning Jet Dragon from hand or grave, because it's popped a card. I play Drill Beam at 2 just because I see it more often and it's a lot more consistent. I've even played it at 3 and it's not a problem. I actually played 3 on my wife's Master Duel account and I do not brick with it at all. Matter of fact, it comes in quite handy when you don't see Burrow. I mean, granted, you have to be careful with it, but it's still pretty nifty. I play True War because True War, it comes back from banishment. Blue Eyes tend to get banished a lot, especially your Chaos Max or your Blue Eyes. It's the same reason why I also run Primite Fusion. It'll be out here in just a couple weeks. I think it comes out in the set July 3rd with Kyberman. It also brings back your materials from banishment, something that unfortunately Ultimate Fusion doesn't do. Everything else is pretty much standard. Typhon, Heroic Seals, Crimson, Magia, Tyrant Dragon, and then the side deck is just more hand traps. This is the new Fist of the Dragon Lords. This is the upgrade of the old Dragon Lords that took two normal monsters. Because I play the Primite Fusion, I didn't have room for Cosmic Blazar, so I took out the Spirit and put in the Zero Eyes, and the Zero Eyes has actually been coming in clutch. It's actually been a lot more helpful than having the third Spirit. But if I do take out the Primite monster, I will probably put these two back in. Indigo, very, very useful card. It's a one-sided, basically skill drain, even for spells and traps. Triple Tactics Thrust. Get negated on a Sage or a Wishes. Well, if you didn't get hit on your Wishes and you got hit on your Sage, well, then you can just add Wishes to your hand. Set it, either one, depending on if it has a monster. You can also get War. You also could get Primite Fusion or Synchro Run. Believe it or not, I actually made plenty of boards thanks to Synchro Rumble. Dominus Purge, really good card. I would probably play it at 2 if it gets reprinted or if you have it. Hopefully in the Megatins. And a second copy of True Light, which I typically main, but I wanted to try out the Primite Fusion card, and it's actually been really good. And last but not least, the Majesty of Dragons Await. The ability to pop 2 and 3 cards is actually pretty awesome. And let's get to the little duels and let's see what combos I got. Alright, so we're going to be testing out some new combos. Just seeing what we can do. These first ones on Omega, Wagio. just going to be against computer, test hands, um, no interruptions, just to show you what the inboards can look like. And we're not really playing against the opponent. This is really just a replay, just to show the combo. But yeah, going first. Yeah, blue eyes with the drill beam set. So there's a negate. There's a cipher negate. Azure eyes is protecting everything. Cipher is protecting everything. Um, Spirit Dragon's another negate. This is another up to 3 negates. Realistically, it's probably 2 negates. So if you consider that 2, there's 3, that's 4, that's 5. And then this prevents all of this from being targeted, so they can't even impermanent on their turn to negate any of this stuff. I believe 2 of these videos are the same hand. It's just going to show a different combo or something. Blue eyes summoning from the deck or the grave or the hand really is useful. Kaibaman's effect, um, that really will save you in some situations. Uh, Plus, even going forward, uh, going first as well, you won't have to use your mausoleum to dump a blue eyes from deck, which is also very useful because then you can target Maven to revive a blue eyes, assuming you have a blue eyes engrave at that time. Yeah, just negated like one of these cards. Just um, yeah. So Lightstorm Dragon pops his back row. Jet Dragon then gets summoned because the card was destroyed. Uh, nice little 1-2 combo. Still on to 3. I think it's 3 and 4 that have the same hand. Um, then they just go into slightly different end boards. I'll probably break this video down into 2 videos. One with the YGO Omega with the no interruptions, just to show you what the possibilities are and how with different hands you could still go, um, 3 synchros, possibly Magia. That is one good thing about Cipher, protecting um, from destruction. Plus, they can't be targeted or destroyed thanks to your eyes. Um, Or once the story Jet Dragon comes out. Also, don't forget, if you didn't want to play Azuraz and you don't play the Primite Fusion, um, you could also play um, another Spirit Dragon and Cosmic Blazar, which in that situation, you then could have went during the opponent's turn Spirit into uh, Cosmic Blazar during the opponent's turn. Then you would have 3 level 12 synchros that all have negates on the opponent's turn. It's pretty easy to get into the Cypher Ultimate Spirit, even without Primite. With the Primite, it's funny. Primite released, and people are like, Primite's not as combo-y. It doesn't produce bigger boards. It can actually produce bigger boards. Like right here, if that was instead of a Zeraz, another Spirit Dragon during the opponent's turn, it turned that Spirit Dragon into the Cosmic Blazar. I would wait for my opponent to do something first, just in case they have Typhon or they have something else. I believe I simulated, I think I wasted the drill beam on purpose and negated it with a spirit on purpose just to kind of simulate in case the barrel got ashed or something, or the load got ashed. Just kind of like, oh, hey, you're not always going to have drill beam because sometimes, the barrel might not get negated, but the load will. But yes, sometimes you want to get to your opponent's turn, and then, hey, if you have a Blue Eyes on field, and then you have a Spirit and a Cypher Dragon, and then you have a Zero Eyes protecting them, yes, you're protected for your turn and their turn for targeting and destruction for anything summoned before a Zero Eyes. But Droplet's a thing, SP Little Knight's a thing, Lightning Storm is a thing if you can't negate the graveyard effect. So sometimes it's best to hold on to that Ultimate Fusion and then chain it if they do something. Sometimes it's not always best because, like, Dark World or No More, we can't really respond to Ultimate Slayer. We can't really respond to Droplet. We can't really respond to. Now, if we chain True Light, we then can chain Drill Beam to it. That does help a lot. That is actually a combo that I've done recently on Master Duel to a few people. They were probably like, what the hell? I didn't know you could do that. Matter of fact, I've seen someone on a Rollins Yu-Gi-Oh group that I'm a part of. They're like, how is this legal? How could they're getting dropped with children? It's like, they probably, then I even commented, they probably changed True Light and then changed Drill Beam to True Light and then just targeted your droplet and banished it and negated it. But yeah, thanks to Synchro Rumble, I could actually bring Maiden back. So when she comes back by her own effect, I can tribute her from hand or field to place True Light. So here I go on my turn. Use him to go into the ultimate. Nope, just regular spirit. So yeah, I'll pause it right here. if I had a Cosmic Blazar, let's say the opponent has an effect that activates Engrave, I could use Spirit Dragon, then tag this out for Cosmic Blazar, and then if he activates something I don't like, or even summon, because Cosmic Blazar can actually negate a summon, that actually comes in quite handy. And considering I have Blue Eyes on the field, thanks to load. Drill Beam's active. Do be careful though with load. Your cards can't activate their effects once you've used that. So make sure that's the last thing you do at the very end of your turn. Also, they can chain the beard to that. So that's one thing to watch out for. Oh yeah, this is where I Primite Fusion the Magi. I don't think I actually talked about that in the last video. That's why I replayed this. So Primite Fusion can actually summon Magia, but you have to return three Blue Eyes monsters plus a Chaos monster. So you have returned three Blue Eyes monsters plus Chaos Max. So that's one thing I wanted to highlight because it kind of went kind of fast when I was showing it before. I didn't even know I could do that until I was testing around with it. I want to see what it could do. But yeah, I knew it could, do Tyrant Dragon because Tyrant Dragon was Blue Eyes, which is a vanilla monster. War bringing out Jet Dragon, very helpful to have it in the grave or to keep it on field, either one. So you get Synchro Rumble here. You could then make that third Spirit Dragon that turn, or you just go Magia. Now, if I wanted to, I could go Spirit, but see, target the Maiden. Maiden change brings out Blue Eyes. And this is my board at the end of the turn. Ultimate Spirit, Cypher, Jet Dragon, Magia, Azure Eyes, and Blue Eyes. And every single thing besides Blue Eyes cannot be targeted and cannot be destroyed by card effects. And thanks to True Light, Blue Eyes cannot be targeted. So none of these monsters can be targeted. None of them can be destroyed by card effects. That goes on top of the protection for Cypher, which everything has to be destroyed twice to be destroyed, and then Jet Dragon, other cards you control cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects, period. So they can't even hit him with Imperm because they can't target him. And now your Magia for this turn is untargetable, undestructible, and I did this in one turn. I have 6 untargetable dragons, either with 3,000 attack or 3,000 plus defense, or Jet Dragon who can bounce. So they basically don't have a way to get rid of True Light, because even if they have Heavy Storm, Harpy's Feather Duster, and Lightning Storm, they can't target Jet Dragon with Imperm to negate its effects, so they can't destroy other cards at all. So Jet Dragon permanently protects True Light because they can't negate him. So even if they had 3 back row removal cards to just wipe your board, because they can't target Jet Dragon with Empire to negate his effects, they can't out True Light. And then Azure Eyes is preventing everything. So even if they did, Azure Eyes prevents destruction from my turn, which is past, and this turn. So even if they found a way to get rid of True Light, it doesn't matter because Azure Eyes is going to protect all of this. If it's the first time being destroyed, Stardust is going to protect it. Jet Dragon is going to protect it. All of these are basically protecting each other. Plus you got a negate, a negate, and a negate, and a negate. Yeah, and then if they attack Jet, I just wanted to show that part. He can still bounce a card. So if they think they're going to get over him, through battle, he still can bounce a card. And it's not even a monster. He can literally bounce a card. So he can bounce a background stuff. And the last one is this one. This one's a little bit different. Instead of doing the Chaos Max one, so this one, when I use Wishes on Blue Eyes, is for the Neo Ultimate. So that way they can't target my field. Just to provide another layer of protection. This is the very first combo that I did when I was actually I added Maya to this. Because, since Kagaman's out, he's gonna search, and then Ultimate is engraved. Now, granted, it's the wrong Ultimate. Then, if I use that effect of True Light instead of the special, if I would have did that during my opponent's turn, or just did it from using load, could have searched the Ultimate Fusion there, added Chaos Max to hand, then set it, then during the opponent's turn, activated Ultimate Fusion, and then go Maya there. Even though Maya is nice on your turn, I do think it is the correct play to play it on your opponent's turn. Because a lot of times they're going to chain Lightning Storm or MSD or something, maybe to get rid of back row. And then even then, you'll probably negate it with your Ultimate Spirit, but this way it'll at least, it'll take care of the majority of the problem. And then Magia will come out. Magia then negate a monster and a spell, more than likely. and then you've already negated 3 of their cards. Plus, you still got Cypher Dragon on top of that. So, yeah, this will probably be a 2 video thing. Because this video will probably be really long if I did the Yu-Gi-Oh! Omega uninterrupted and then go to YGO Omega. What was it? Project Ignis? Well, just Idiot Pro, basically. There, I get to control both players' hands in the test hands, and then I can ash what I want and perm what I want. It's a lot easier to play, and because you could have imperm in your hand or a test hand and try and face yourself from Omega, like they won't ever. I don't. It always puts you up against some weird deck, some like vanilla deck, so they never imperm you or ash you or anything. So EDO Pro is a lot better for that. But that's it for the uninterrupted replays, and then I might add something on to the other part of this because I do have more Blue Eyes videos of where they just go off. But that should be it for now. Y'all have a good one.